Good morning, and today we will talk about quality versus quantity. Okay, we see it in our daily life when we pile ourselves up with lots and lots of tasks. When we have this and this and that to do, the task that we have at hand suffers. Why? Because we want to get it out of the way so that we can get on to the next task, and then the next, and then the next, because I have to do so many things today and I have an appointment in the evening, so let's just get it out of the way. Now, when did I get the idea? Today, when I was doing the yoga in the morning, there on the trampoline, stretching and thinking, I just want to finish this quickly. I want to get it out of the way so that I can get on with doing this, and that. What happens to the quality of the task if you do not spend enough time on it? Of course, the quality goes down. Why? Because you're not present at that moment. You are not there. You are there. You are already thinking of the next task and even the task after that. And even the evening appointment of what it's going to be like and what you should get ready for it. And that makes us stressed and rushed. What pushes us towards quantity and makes us neglect the quality? The feeling of urgency and greed. Now, leave alone the greed. Let's talk about the feeling of urgency. The feeling of urgency comes from making ourselves think of other things, not being present in the moment. Now, what is the antidote for that? We take one task. I'm doing yoga now, and I am allowing myself to take as much time as I want within the next 2 to 3 hours to enjoy it and to be there, to be present, because I have more time than I need. And we all have 24 hours in a day. It's what we decide to do with those 24 hours. Of course, we can squeeze in a yoga session or aerobics session, work, meeting friends, what else, shopping, and an appointment in the evening with some colleagues. We can all squeeze that in, and then you need to come home and do a bit of reading and clean up the house as well and watch Lena's video. What is that going to do? It's going to create a mess in your head, because you will always think about the next task, about what you're going to do after you have done this and how are you going to make it to your dinner appointment. So let's simplify things in life. We want quality. We want to record a good video so when people listen to it, they don't feel like, oh, Lena is in a rush. She's trying to get this out of the way and just go somewhere. So she's saying things, she's unprepared, things that don't really make sense. She hasn't thought about it enough, and she is rushing the way she's talking. Do we want that? No, we don't. We want to feel that we are the most important thing to Lena right now when she is recording this video, when she is fully present. And this could be Lena, or this could be you talking to your friend, not going like, okay, I have to go, oh, I have to do 1,000 things today, so I better get you out of the way and get on with the important tasks. That is not the feeling that we want to project to other people, right? We want to concentrate on each task, whatever that might be. If it is cleaning your room, sure, you can kind of like get things out of the way a bit and be done in 5 minutes. Well, it looks clean enough. I've made my bed. Done. But what's all that stuff in the corners? What's all that dust? What if you go like that on your desk and it can be not so clean? This is your life. This is your environment where you spend a lot of time in. And maybe it's okay sometimes to sort of get it out of the way, but other times you need to put your time and soul into it. No matter how minor and trivial the task is, cleaning is something which is part of your life. Brushing your teeth, that is part of your life too. That is your ritual. That is your ritual of loving yourself and looking after yourself. So do it properly. Do it so that the quality does not suffer. That you do get every tooth, every lovely tooth in there. When you brush your hair, when you do your makeup, it is something that deserves your time, something that deserves your full dedication, attention, and presence, not being there in the future at the party or at work or anywhere else, being here, right here, with the person you're with, or with the task you are doing. To summarize, to make it simple, don't make yourself do too much. Don't plan your day as this, because there's times in between of tasks that arise spontaneously. Like when you have been brushing your teeth, you realize that, I really need to floss it, and you don't have a floss thread, so I better go buy that. And that's another 15 minutes of your time when you go and buy it and you do floss your teeth. And okay, it's not about your teeth, but this is about an extra. So allow yourself enough time for each task with a little bit of extra. It's always good to have the extra to get that peace of mind from the extra. You will spend 2 hours reading, doing your homework, educating yourself, growing spiritually, whatever you're reading. Allow yourself an extra time for that task. Just so that you don't have to rush, just so that you do not feel pushed to think about what is going to happen later after you have completed the task. You don't have to look at your watch too much. Live comfortably in that time frame that we all have. Live so that you are present in each moment, and to be present in each moment, you do not have to load yourself with too many tasks, so that you don't have to tell people that you are very busy for everything. You should always have time, because you always have time. Nobody takes your time from you. Whatever you do with your time is your choice. Nobody can take your time. Even if you are locked in a white room, still you decide what you're going to do with that time. So saying to people, I don't have time, or saying to yourself, I don't have time for something that I really want to do, makes me really smile and think like, okay, you don't realize that you are the owner of your time and you choose what you're going to do. Right? If some things push you to do certain things, like, okay, I have a mortgage, I need to work extra, maybe it's time to get rid of the mortgage somehow, another way, and not work extra. If that gives you stress, if that is something that makes you suffer, that is not something to do. Never follow the suffering pattern, because it gets worse and it doesn't really lead you to anything. Unless it's very short term, but I don't think life is about suffering. I think life is about enjoying and being able to do whatever you want with your time and make the most of that time, the most of the time today. What are you going today? What are you going to do today? Are there 6 different tasks? Make it 3. This was a hard thing for me to understand when I was in my mid-20s and wanted to do this and this. I just felt like there wasn't enough time in a day. And I was always in a rush, always looking at the watch and, okay, bye, I have to go, I have the next appointment, and go here, go there, and come home really late, really tired. Oh, it's morning again, really don't feel like waking up. That kind of life. Always thinking about what's next, always thinking about what's tomorrow, and how am I going to get through this, because it's a pile that you have to sort of get yourself through every day. When it's only 3 things, it's okay. This is my morning, this is my afternoon, this is my evening, this is what I'm doing with my time. And I enjoy each task because I'm there, I'm present, and I don't need to think about what is pushing on from the above, from the next. It's like the feeling on Fridays. Usually, if you're a person working 5 days a week and you got Saturdays and Sundays off, you know the feeling that you have on Fridays, that I don't have to do anything tomorrow. That sort of feeling will be with you every day if you do not pile yourself with too much. Something to think about, right? To not overload yourself. I know you're capable of doing 1,000 things a day, and so am I, but that in the long run creates what? Stress, the feeling of urgency. You can call it greed, and not being present in one very important moment, which is right now. Not like, okay, let's watch this video and what am I going to do next kind of idea thinking. No, I'm watching this video, I'm present, I'm thinking about it, and I've allowed myself enough time after the video to digest the ideas that I have just heard, how I can use them to help myself and help other people. Maybe something to talk about with other people, maybe something to teach other people to do. To introduce at work if you're a manager, to introduce into your family. Like, don't try to do too much, just take one task at a time. This is what it is, to put it simply, right? Okay, thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.